From Massachusetts is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This bill is a prime example of why the American people are so frustrated with Congress. This is a deeply, deeply flawed bill. You know, we're told that this is a mandatory GMO labeling bill, but the truth is, not really. This bill is a deception. You know, when people think of labels, they expect something that is easily identifiable, that is clear, like a written label. That's not a controversial idea. This calls for a so-called quick response code, whatever that may be, that is confusing and can only be accessed by using a smartphone with Internet access. Never mind that many Americans don't have smartphones, and many supermarkets don't even get service, thereby making it impossible to get information on GMOs and keeping consumers in the dark about what's in their food. But let's be honest, this is exactly what some in big industry want. They want people to be confused. They don't want people to have access to information. And when big industry speaks, Congress not only listens, Congress rolls over and gives big industry whatever it wants. And let's be clear about another thing. This debate is not about the science regarding GMOs. It's not about whether you love GMOs or hate GMOs. I consume GMOs. My kids consume GMOs. But I still believe that every consumer is entitled to know whether the food they buy contains GMOs. That's what this debate is about. It is about transparency. And for those who think that this ends the debate, that this is it, I have a prediction. You're wrong. People are going to continue to fight to demand for clear, mandatory GMO labeling. They have a right to know what is in their food. The overwhelming majority of the American people, Democrats and Republicans, all favor clear, mandatory GMO labeling. I got a radical idea. Why don't we give them what they want? Why don't we just put it on the package? It doesn't cost any more. This idea that this is an effort that will raise food prices is ridiculous. This convoluted, complicated labeling system outlined in this bill, if that's not going to raise food prices, then a simple, in plain English, listing on food that says this contains GMOs will certainly not raise food prices. Mr. Speaker, sooner or later, we're going to get clear, mandatory GMO labeling. I prefer sooner, and therefore I urge my colleagues to reject this bill, and let's give the American consumer what they want.